Transmitting from deep below a nondescript cornfield in central Indiana, join Billy, Eric, and Joe as they discuss news, rumblings, and rumors from the world of action figure collecting. This is the Off the Card Podcast.
There we go. We are live. Hi, everybody. It's Billy. Welcome to Off the Card. Second episode of 2025. Joining me as always, Eric and Joe. What's up, gentlemen?
Just trying to stay warm.
Shit, yeah. It's been something. So, let's we got a bunch of shit to cover. Let's get to it. Let's get this party started. Eric sent me this slide. I don't know what the hell. It's just a blank slide. See, that joke never gets old, right? This is an elite version of the other version they've already done. The chase version of the whatever that. Yeah. So that's I appreciate them leaning into this.
Yeah, it's funny. That's why I put it in. That's why I sent it. I'm like, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's pretty great. All right, so we're gonna start off with wrestling. So we're gonna hit some of that stuff. Eric, what is this wave?
This is the newest Elites wave. They'll be coming out in the coming months. It's not a store exclusive. This will be out everywhere. Ringside Collectibles, Walmart, etc. This
Stone Cold looks solid.
That Stone Cold solid. The Gunther looks solid.
It's hard to fuck up Gunther though, right? I mean,
yeah.
I
mean, all of them look really good for this Elite run. Their Elite stuff is getting better and better every day, to the point where you're starting to see. I feel like there's another set of Elites that you may have on here. I don't know. There's a couple that, that one there. That Rhea Ripley, I'm pretty sure, is almost the exact same Rhea Ripley as with the Ring exclusive.
I believe it is.
Mattel Creations. Only difference is that she's wearing her vest from when they did Elimination Chamber in Australia.
That makes sense.
So it's her Australian flag, one from her home state or home country, anyway.
There you go.
But yeah, no, it's. I mean, that standout figure in that set. The rest of them,
I'm not going to buy it, but that Naomi, the soft goods, and then her name being in through the back of her hair, I seen that. I was like, okay, that's freaking cool.
They're getting stronger with some of their stuff.
Yeah, they still have moments, and we've talked about that. I'm not a fan of all the non-sculpted on accessories, extras, I should say. So that's just me. I'm spoiled that way. All right. So wrestling, man, good figures. We'll get all the big reveals at WrestleMania this year.
And they just I saw an announcement today. Mattel Creations is doing all their announcements on March 6th or 7th, one of the 6th or 7th. And WWE's on there at like a 10:45 a.m. announce time. So you're gonna see stuff coming out of Mattel Creations. Cool. That'll be 30 days almost to the letter of WrestleMania.
Good deal. All right. And Jada Toys.
Yep.
The
new pre-orders for the Street Fighter figures.
Yeah, he's classified as a deluxe. I've seen he's $30
both.
Yeah, I can see that just because of the amount of plastic used.
Yeah. Especially on Blanca, he's got all kinds of electrical effects and everything.
Yeah. Absolutely. There he is.
Oh, yeah.
There he is. Well, not to poo-poo on your Jada Toys parade, but Storm Arena. Same size and a lot of extras.
Price.
This is the same price, a lot of extras. And there's something that I've been looking and watching and really paying attention to these. There's something that they've got on them on Jada. I think the sculpts are sharper.
Yes.
In arena with the Storm Arena, and the texturing on the gi is something that a lot of people I don't think's picked up on. While the Jada stuff is very soft, this is very sleek. This is very textured. And
this picture is presented, it almost looks like it's soft goods.
It almost does with the texturing.
Yeah.
So For the price, I never went into this to the Jada side. I stopped myself. I was like, look, too many lines, the same old, I'm running out of room. But with this, I'm going to get the Ken. I'm going to get the Ryu. And then I did see they showed Sagat.
Yep.
And there's a silhouette of a few characters, and one of them being Charlie, that you can clearly tell it's Charlie. So pretty interested to see. I can't wait to get one of these in my hands. We'll have to definitely get together and do a Jada versus Storm Arena.
Yes.
Comparison time, to quote Pixel Dan. So
yeah, I'm very curious to see how these are in hand.
Yeah.
And if I'm going to regret starting Jada and not waiting. Well, I didn't know these were coming.
Well, that's true. So lucky. Yeah. I think maybe I got lucky on this one. We'll see. I didn't start to stop. So
I tried to hold out. That didn't happen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So Best Buy exclusive, McFarlane is reissuing the DC Direct Batman animated series Clayface, which is a very expensive Batman animated series figure back from the DC Direct days. So we're getting a re-release of it. I'm not even complaining. I don't get his animated series figures, but I will get this because it is, it's my favorite villain. So, and yeah, that looks good. But yeah, Best Buy exclusive. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
If you get on Best Buy's website now, that's where because work gives me points and I can buy gift cards and whatnot, which we'll get in that here in a minute. They pissed me off pretty good. Best Buy did, but I can see this happening now, especially now since, I think between GameStop breathing its last breaths and they're not carrying physical media anymore for movies and music. There's a lot of open floor space. They're carrying a lot of collectibles now, a ton of NECA. So I would not be surprised if this is the general trajectory. If FYE closes next, I think a lot of collectibles like this and other companies are going to start going to Best Buy, and they're going to pick up where FYE and GameStop left off.
Sure. Yeah. Maybe this would have saved Circuit City 20 years ago.
So.
No, it's interesting. I know every chance I get to hop into a Best Buy, I duck in just to see. So
I need to stop in a little more often, apparently.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Oh, me and Joe and Jeremy stopped in there in Richmond, and that's where I got one of my last Ronin figures I needed, because they were the only one really getting the Leonardo that I was looking for, and we were there in the sandwich place. Oh shit, Frisch's. And I pull it on my phone. I'm like, hey guys, you want to go to Best Buy? They got my figure I need. I brought it up on my phone. I said, I'm gonna go over here and grab it. So we did.
Yeah.
They a lot of Legos and Pokemon stuff, but that's to be expected. I wasn't expecting to walk in there and find everything. But anyway, Best Buy exclusive Clayface. I'm down. Joe.
Biker Gomez.
Did you get it?
They're actually shipping out already. Mine hasn't, but yeah.
Yeah.
The Mezco Toys Fair exclusive Biker Gomez, lights and sound on the bike and all that.
Which this bike is basically a rehash of the Ghost Rider bike, right?
Yeah, obviously there's some changes to it, but it looks like more or less that's the case.
Cool. I've seen some pictures. I'm not impressed.
Yeah. So I guess the display that they actually had at the Orlando, they made some adjustments based off of people's reaction to this picture.
He had MC Hammer pants on.
Yeah.
It was weird.
So
no Shredder, don't hurt him.
They're leaning full on into the Turtles.
Yeah.
And I expect to see Bebop, Rocksteady, I wouldn't be surprised to see any of them pop up as announcements.
Sure. I mean, well, why not? I mean, both of the Turtle releases of the boxes have been very well received.
Yeah.
So, you know,
I'm experiencing FOMO. So
every now and then, man, they will drop those Turtles, that first series, or the first release. They'll pop back up somewhere on an online retailer. And I look at it, I'm like, and it's I think it's like right about $500. I just kind of look at it and I'm like, lights, food, or 4 more Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. It's the same thing with the Fantastic Four set. It's like,
I know. Yeah. And after seeing that damn Fantastic Four trailer,
gonna have something to say because he's always nagging me about not getting that set because I didn't get them.
What kills me, man, is after I've seen that damn trailer for the new movie, and then I look at that box set, I'm like, oh man,
that greatly increased the FOMO after that trailer dropped.
Absolutely. All right, what we got next?
Another reveal.
Does nothing for me.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people who are going to be excited for it.
How many times can you make this dude? You know, I mean, but then again, I've got like 30 fucking Batmans from McFarlane Toys, so whatever, you know, I get it. I'm pot meat kettle, right? So,
yeah. Well, I just picked up another Hulk, so
yeah, you did. Yeah, no, we're all guilty of it. Hell of it, right? All right, so Joker, Heath Ledger, the horse, is dead. And this.
Speaking of Hulk,
yeah, that one will be fun to see how they.
So I've got their Ragnarok Hulk, and it's great. It's limited articulation.
Mm-hmm. I think they learned their lesson from that one, though.
So my theory to this picture, and this is just me, I got a feeling this figure is not what people are going to expect. That's the cover from the Super Nintendo and Sega game. And I wonder if this figure is going to be an interpretation of that video game from Sega and Super Nintendo.
Possible.
Yeah. I mean,
where he's got a little bit of the shaggier hair on the top and the bald sides.
Yeah. That wouldn't hurt my feelings any.
As soon as I see that, I'm like, that's the cover. If you go back, if we had a comparison photo, that's the cover from the Sega and Super Nintendo game.
I think we're going to get more of a classic shaggy-haired Hulk, like we've seen during the probably the Dale Keown, Peter David run. That's what I'm banking on here.
And especially with them revealing and putting up for pre-order the classic comic Thor that everybody has been begging for from Mezco.
They'll probably keep this is probably a continuation of that run.
Yeah.
He will be very classic. I will be interested though if they give him purple pants.
Oh, I hope so.
I do too. There's a part of me that's like
purple pants, ripped white shirt.
And then you know what? Repaint that bad boy and put him in gray pants or whatever. Yeah. They'll get
they'll repaint it. They'll give us a Red Hulk. They'll give us Joe Fixit. Oh yeah, Samurai Jack went up for pre-order yesterday.
So again, it comes back to what we talked about with the Miles from the Spider-Verse. It's like they've gotten. I have no reason to spend the money for this figure, in my personal opinion.
Yeah,
and I love Samurai Jack, but it's like, where's he gonna fit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He doesn't you can't sneak him into a display anywhere. He's just Samurai Jack.
Yep.
So I don't know. I know a lot of people seemed cool about it, and I'm awesome for them. I'm glad they got it. It's a good looking figure. You know, but
I wish I would have uploaded the some of the pics from the pre-order page. He's got the wild hair you can swap out, and lots of accessories.
Tons. Yeah. Swords and hands and
the little portal to mount behind him.
That was pretty cool. That's a good idea. So Mezco, good showing. As always, a lot of cool stuff. We'll see when it gets here, when it ships.
My Dr. Octopus came in, and dude,
I seen your pictures to go back.
Standing on the
yeah, he looks great. I wish he was a little bit more portly, though. I am a big fan of a portly Doc Ock.
For a Mezco figure, it's unusual that it's he is a portly figure for Mezco. So
yeah, he looks like an old friend of mine, so that's why I always kind of like him.
Looks like me.
All right, so Mattel Creations, this thing shipped like almost instantaneously. This is the we're getting a new Eternia Battle Cat, or not Battle Cat, Panthro. Yeah, sorry. And he's kind of cool looking. Mine I think over there in a box. I think it already hit the mailbox. So nice box. That's what he said. Just a repaint, not flocked. So it'll work. About time. I think, I didn't ever suspect we'd get one, but here it is. So looks good. I think so. I'll have to bust mine out and see. Speaking of cats, this is the Thundercats meets Masters of the Universe, or Masters of the Universe meets Thundercats, however you want to look at it. So you've got the Skeletor, or whatever they called him, and you can add on some pieces and take some pieces and flip the cape and add an head, and then you get Mumra. Okay. Deluxe figure. Cool. Lino, alternate head or hair piece, like, going back to the hair pieces, swapping out. That's kind of been a thing lately. He's got the bracer, things like He-Man, and he's got, which, okay, call me strange, but he might need to shave that. Because you know what I'm saying? He's a hairy cat. And never mind. Lucky they didn't put that on her.
Yeah.
Because that shit would have been funny. Anyway, these look fine. I'm neither here nor there with them. This one's the only one I thought was probably the coolest. Is now Battle Cat is a walking cat, person thing. So that's kind of cool. This one's probably going to be the one that everyone wants, even like the non Thundercats guys that are Motu like diehards. They're probably going to want this one because it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
There's something about these. They look very, I know it sounds strange. They look very Happy Meal. I don't know why. There's just something about them.
Yeah.
There's something about them. Yeah. Hey man, who would have thought that this close to the end of the world that we would get Thundercats meets He-Man mashup figures. So whatever. Eric, there's your monkey.
Yep. Monkey with a shotgun.
Oh God. So I'm gonna buy one of these just so I can put him on a horse. Like that horse from The Witcher.
Yeah.
That's or any of the McFarlane horses that he's put out. That was the Witcher horse, and then I've got some Mythic Legions ones over there too. But monkeys with guns.
Yep.
I'm really
the box art on it in the back shows there's more coming.
I love the idea that they're going back and doing these, because those first ones they put out were great, but my God, they disappeared, or the distribution was really funky, and they disappeared. And those things end up being, like, in the secondary market, stupid expensive.
Yeah, I saw Dr. Zaius and 3 others. So it's every time I think of this and then Spaceballs, the last 10 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of the Hellboy panel. Look out, it's a monkey with a gun.
Yeah. No, there it is. Yeah.
Hey, if I've learned anything from Charlton Heston, guns don't kill people. Apes with guns kill people.
That's right. That's funny. Hey, we got people talking to us.
Oh God.
Hey, I'm responding.
Oh
Hey.
God.
Hi, Nick.
Co-workers,
Hi,
actually.
Alex. Yeah. Hi, guys. Thanks for joining us. Do you guys get that over here next to you? See the comments and stuff?
I'm on full screen. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah.
I'm on
well,
minimal screen. I don't see it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Probably because you're leading it.
well,
I'm plucking this chicken.
if I
Right.
click on the comments, I'm seeing the comments. But
There
I also
you
have
go.
full screen.
There you go. All
but
right,
I've also got it up on my phone to see how many viewers and whatnot.
So Monkey with the machine gun. Now we got the more pictures of the howling wolf.
Yeah, and it's got an adjustable height to it.
Yeah.
7 inches to 9 inches.
Or
like to call winter to summer.
Yeah. Warm to cold.
Yeah.
Or
But with the 7 to 9 inches, it makes it go from $34.99 to $54.99.
Ouch.
Yep. So it also grew by $20.
Some bitch. Well,
really that much extra plastic?
It looks good. It looks like the house.
Joe, 2 inches goes a long way.
That it does.
But
oh yes. No truer words will not be spoken tonight.
I'll put that up against anybody.
Yeah, I will. No, it looks good. It looks very much like the wolf, and that's a classic werewolf design. I mean,
yeah, I like the blood. I like the alternate blood head.
Yeah, they got extra hands and stuff. It looks good. So yeah, I'm down. I'll probably get it. I've been on a werewolf kick lately. Like anytime there's a werewolf figure, it's like, well, I'm gonna have to. And they've been some really good werewolves in the last couple of years too. So
yes, there have.
Yeah, a lot of good ones. So all right, werewolves. We're getting another John Carver. This is the ultimate version of. The second ultimate version. Yeah.
Well, they did like a standard one. I don't know.
He was in one of these boxes.
Yeah, he was in a box that was a little more cut and dry. Didn't have
this
all the
one
extra
comes
bits.
with this one comes with the bitching apron.
Yeah.
And the carving knife, which is kind of, this is the whole climatic like dinner scene version. I'd like the movie. I thought
I thought it was good. It caught me off guard.
Completely off guard.
Yeah, it was a way first time in a long time I could say I enjoyed an Eli Roth movie.
That's what I was getting ready to say, man. I'm not a fan of the man, but this was good. It was fun. And to think this is kind of a long time coming like joke movie. So
yeah.
It looked good.
That's two movies now pulled out of a fake trailer out of the planet or out of the Grindhouse. This and Machete.
Yeah. Well, Machete.
We play our cards right in this day and age. We'll probably get Werewolf Women of the SS.
Dude. Oh, yes. Love it. These. Did you see the official announcement?
I saw the color ones in stores recently.
These are 6-inch versions. Not the little
really
4-inch.
Those Toonie Terrors?
Yep, and they're 6-inch. They're big.
Yeah.
So that was very interesting to me. That's why I put this on here. They've not taken Toonie Terrors up to that scale.
Yeah.
So blow up the sculpts. I love the Toonie Terrors line. I've always said they look like Scooby-Doo villains.
Yeah.
I love that look. I've got like the two new leather faces. I've got, all the other ones. Sam, the trick or treat.
I almost grabbed Herbert West.
I've got Herbert West. I've got Tarman. I got a shitload of them, and they look really cool on the mantle around Halloween, with some little Halloween decorations, little kiddish versions. They look good. So I'm looking for a haunted house about that scale to put together a diorama. So anyway, I thought these look good. 6-inch, interesting. I'd like to see some of their other figures done in 6-inch. I'd kill for that Tar Man in 6-inch. So, yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, here you go. Motley Crue. This is from Super 7. This is the card backers that they come on. Very. I thought it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
I think it would have been so much better if they would have been they would look like little mirrors with little powder dust all over them.
Well,
look like they're little mirrors. Like,
I don't think we can do that. While we find that funny,
I was the only one laughing, thinking that because nobody can understand what Vince Neil says anymore. If he was the one telling them where to drive the plane,
yeah, the abominable Vince Neil,
the Bumble,
yeah,
Vince.
That was his private plane that got. Was this private plane that drove into another plane? I'm like, was he telling them where to drive?
What?
Yeah,
start
like,
my heart. What'd you say?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I'm hot.
Yeah. Looks that kills. No, I want Taco Bell. Oh, right on. So the figure Obscura, the new retailer exclusive wave is they've already solicited this. We're getting a blue version of the Ghost of Christmas Past. Like she's looks, and they've showed her with the Jacob Marley that they've put out. The blue version of him, they look good together.
Yeah.
These are great. They're not even hiding the other head now. It's just right there. So yeah, good looking figure. I've got my first one. I won't get the second one. I don't need it, but it is cool though. She looked really good riding an ice troll. I'm just saying. So I might have just talked myself into it. So anyway, the figure Obscura goes to Christmas Past, Haunted Blue. Then they broke up the 2-pack of the Basset and Anubis. I think it's Anubis. Anyway, we'll see in a second. The black and red recolored, changed up some of the extras as far as color wise. Good looking figure. I'm not an Egypt guy, so I never got the first release of these. It's probably the first of the figure Obscuras I've missed. Just didn't do nothing for me. Only reason I want it's maybe parts, but
right.
Mythic Legions, Vernalis, Aaron Scale. Don't say that 3 times fast. You'll rip a portal into another dimension. Good looking piece. I won't own it because I don't fuck with snakes. So don't like them. Don't want them in my house. Don't even want toys of them in my house. I don't fuck with snakes. I don't like them. I seen that whole entire wave and I'm like, no, I'm good. But it's cool looking. The green version of the figure Obscura Frankenstein's monster. I've seen a lot of people really digging on this. I like it, but I kind of prefer the first one with the yellowish skin because it fits more into the book aesthetic. But this is a great figure. The original, the other version was like one of my figures of top 5 figures of 2024. So,
and see, I missed out on the first one, so I'm considering this one.
It's such a good figure. If you like Frankenstein, it's a nice alternative to what NECA's done with, and don't get me wrong, the Boris Karloff they put out, all versions are amazing, but this one, I don't know, there's something about this that all the extras, I think, is what really sells me, because it's a good figure. There's so much good stuff there. So much. The Cosmic Legions Tusk Phantom Trooper, $1 in Cool Kid points to anybody that tells me what that color scheme looks like. Anybody?
Hordak.
Horde Trooper. Yeah. This might get me to cross the line to get Cosmic Legions because I'm such a Hordak dork. but I say that and it won't happen. I can't. It's a toy line I can't get into, because if I start this, then it gets bad, because that head comes off, and then there's going to be a vampire head on there, because then he's going to look like Hordak, and then he gets a cape, and then he's a space. Yeah, bad news. Bad news. Can't do it. Great looking, really cool. But yeah, that's a nice nod. I appreciate that. Here he goes. Anubis, the black and blue version. Again, I think this one colored better than the original one. I love, I mean, there's so much cool stuff. It doesn't fit anything. Like with the other ones, I've got them for Halloween, or I've got them for Christmas decorations. I don't observe any Egyptian holiday to my knowledge, if that makes sense. Not for me. Cool looking though. Really cool looking. Oh, shout out. So you know where you can get all your awesome Mythic Legions figures, all your pre-orders. The Necronominus wave is dropping on the 26th in like 6 days, and they will be at Geek Meet Indie, our friends at Articulated Empire. Really cool folks. Like I said, they'll be at Geek Meet, and he will have a booth full of fantastic Mythic Legions, independent, awesome toys. Everything from Spiro to, oh man, you name it, he's got it. It's awesome. I actually went and canceled some of my pre-orders on the Necronominus wave, because I'm going to buy them in person from a local retailer, as you should. That was the sound of my soapbox sliding out from underneath me. Anyway, I'm giving them a shout. I appreciate them, and this is their first time doing the show, so we're gonna show out and buy him up, buy him out. Oh, I won't come that close, but there's 4 or 5 things I really want. So that zombie builder pack, I've got. I'm gonna have to get like 4 of them. I want, yeah, it's gonna get bad. Me and Jeremy's gonna end up fist fighting over who can get as many of those as we can get. That's gonna get real fun. So anyway, Articulated Empire, Geek Meet Indie, good times. All right, this is the hot button.
Yeah,
this is the hot button. So, in my personal opinion, I pre-ordered one. I have no problems pre-ordering this figure. I think at $50, some people are complaining, but apparently is not as many as complaining as the ones that went out and bought this thing and sold it out everywhere.
Right.
So I have no problems paying more than $25 for an action figure. Some people do, and I'm not going to fault you for it. Completely get it. It's a lot, especially for something that's a mass market, big box store figure. But with all the extras, all the new sculpting, all the fun that comes with this figure, flipping through, I felt that the $50 was completely justified.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Obviously, in-hand comparison, we don't have yet.
Don't have it
based
yet.
Off pictures and the posing and the accessories,
yep,
it looks to be almost Mafex level quality of figure for half the price.
I look at it like this. How much? Well, you just got that Hulk, the Indiana Jones Hulk, right? Is that what he is? Harrison Ford.
It's Diamond Select.
Oh, so, was that the Diamond Select Red Hulk? Okay, I've got that one. Yeah. So when you go into stores and you look and you see the new
the
Target Deluxe figure, who is it?
They run $40.
$40. And you get a figure and wings, like the Captain New Cap figure of Falcon, and then the New Cap Falcon, and whatever you want to call him. Anthony Mackie cap. Those are what, $40, 35, $40 bucks?
Yeah.
How much
They
was
run
the
about, yeah,
Odin that just came out recently?
somewhere between 30 and 40.
I think
I
he
mean,
was
all those
probably
deluxe
closer
figures
to
run between 30
probably
and 40.
closer to 50. Because I
Could
know
be.
the Hulk Buster, but the one from the What If line, the one Buster, the
Oh,
Yeah.
Hydra Buster, Hydra
Yeah.
Stomper. That was about 50 something bucks.
Yeah.
Big figure.
Yeah. Even the
Then
collector's
why?
edition McFarlane
Maybe
stuff.
extra set.
Yeah, even the collector's edition McFarlane stuff, $30.
Yeah.
This for 50 does not hurt my feelings.
Mm-mm.
No.
And
And
my
here's my yeah, and here's my thing, and this is my 10 seconds of trying to ride the line on politics, but guys, this isn't going to get better. If there's going to be tariffs going out overseas, these companies that make these items overseas are going to have to make their money, which means we're going to feel it in the pocketbook. So,
we will be paying $30 for normal Marvel Legends by the end of the year at Walmart.
yeah, blanketed across the board, every toy company, and I don't want to hear your, well, that's why they should be made here. I don't care. This is
And that won't help any.
That's not going to help any.
Make it worse.
You're going to get a lot of Spider-Mans with lazy eyes if it happens here. But this is how it's going to be. I've came to grips with it. It's going to be that way across the board for all toy companies in general. Read the back of the box.
Yeah.
And you get a good idea of what we're in store for. So I think the price point's fine outside of that bit, but you know, guys, it's going to be tight to be a collector in the near future.
It's definitely feels it. I've noticed some things already. As an avid buyer of baseball caps, I've noticed that those have went up $4 or $5 in the last month.
Yep.
So they're made overseas. Everything's made overseas. Not getting political. I'm with Eric. Whatever, do what you do. But we're going to pay for this. This though, at $50, not a problem. Now I will have a problem if we get figures like, and I'm not picking on WWE, but some of their recent, what's the wave? The Ultimate?
Yeah.
Some of their Ultimate offerings have been a little skimpy with some extra. If I start seeing these at $50 and they're not as
accessorized,
there you go. Good. Thank you. Then I see a problem. I could see the next, if they do a Hulk, I could see the Hulk being like a $60, but it depends on what he comes with. If it's just Hulk, then no, we got a problem. But if they can keep all of them at like a $50 for that line, that sub line, which is what this is.
Yep.
I have no problems. You know, look, if they want to give me a $50 version of Ben Grimm, you know, with the soft goods and the fedora head and the whole Yancey street sign and thing, you know, things like that. Okay, cool. I'm in. $50. Shit. Here's my money. No problems. You want to give me a Mr. Fantastic with a bunch of extra parts? Cool. $50.
Even I think Daredevil, what they're doing this would be fantastic.
A really nice Daredevil, with the Echo stuff and the batons, and you can do some extra stuff. You can put the Matt Murdock head with the glasses. This is where you can have a lot. I think they could have a lot of fun. That being said, I do understand why people got jumpy. I get it. Trust me. As somebody that remembers Marvel Legends when they were under $8 a piece.
Yeah.
You know, when I used to be able to go buy it, but then granted, that was like the money back then was a little different than it is
22
now.
years ago.
Yeah, 20 plus years ago. Yeah, 22 years. You're right. Yeah. So I remember being able to
remembering getting Real American Hero for $2.50 a figure.
Right. I remember. Man, I remember first G.I. Joes I ever bought as a little kid was under $2 at Walmart. I think $1.87 or something like that. So
yeah,
I get it. I mean, but all things considered, I think this is a good looking figure. I dig the McFarlane Spider-Man. And that's exactly what this is.
Yep.
It looks really cool. Now, if these start, I will say I don't much care for the Peter Parker head. He looks a little like 1,000-yard stare through the school picket, through the chain link fence at a school, creepy.
Yeah.
But I'll find a different head to put on him if I want to unmask Spidey. I dig the gloveless hands with the web shooters.
Yes.
There's some cool stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I got no problem. I think it's cool. The package, it is what it is. It's Maximum series. It's Marvel Legends Maximum series. It's a subline, and Marvel Legends.
And obviously, with how it's sold, we're going to see more.
Absolutely, we will. At least another couple more figures. Oh, this right here lends itself to a new Deadpool, like you wouldn't believe.
Oh, Lord.
Or a new Wolverine, or like we need another Wolverine, like another hole in my fucking head. But I mean, but I get it. I mean, there's a lot of really fun stuff that they could do with this way. These type of figures. You see all these accessories. You see this, and you're like, oh, that's pretty cool. So. Now you see this wave that got announced today.
Yep.
And it don't come with jack shit.
Nope.
Don't get me wrong. I think the Gamerverse stuff's kind of cool. Great. These are based on skins and stuff from a great game. And if you're a Spidey fan, holy shit, this is for you. You know, I haven't ever played part 2. I barely got through half of part 1 before my old man coordination kicked in, and I can't play video games very much anymore. But no, and you got these. You got Peter Parker at the black suit, and then you've got Felicia Hardy, and I don't know if she's. Anyway, yeah, good looking figures, but they don't come with shit. Here you go. Here's a couple of this. Here's a couple of that. Not like, and these are going to be.
They look like they're built for GameStops.
They are. Yeah. And they're going to be $24.99 a piece at GameStop, if not $29.99 at GameStop. Let's be honest.
That's true.
And if you got your rewards or you're a pro member, you're going to save $2 or $3. And that's how they'll sell them. And that's fine. But no, you're getting what you pay for now. Marvel Legends, the Build-A-Figures, I think we're going to be about done. Yeah. This though really caught my attention. The pictures and stuff. This thing is 10.5 inches tall, all new sculpt. It looks fun. I've never played part 2. I don't know what Venom looks like in that game, but if he looks like this, he looks cool. He looks very cool. There's a slime piece that goes around this tongue and inserts into his mouth. I'm like, okay, you've got my attention. That's fun. But again, you don't really get shit for these. I think this is how much. Do you guys know what the price ended up being? Did they ever come out and say?
I don't think they announced the price yet because they're not up for order yet.
Okay.
But my guess is going to be in that $30 to $40 range.
I'm guessing 50. I'm guessing 50, but we'll see. But it's 10.5 inches.
Yeah. Yeah, that size comparison. He's almost twice the size of one of those other figures you showed.
Yeah, they showed that too. So I don't know. He looks cool. And I dig this sneaky grin head. That is very disturbing. So I don't know. Yeah. I dig it. All right, what else we got? Oh, here we are. We're approaching the end of the episode. So Geek Meet 2025 happening. Not this Saturday, but next Saturday. Son of a bitch. Here are some of the folks you'll be able to see there, along with us 3 lovely hosts. We are going to be having the crossover that no one wanted, but we're going to do it anyway. We're going to join up with the Collective Bros podcast. We're going to talk about video game figures. and our favorites. And I'm going to break some stuff off the shelf and bring some stuff in, like some early NECA figures from video game lore. What was that line, Eric? Was it Player Select or something like that back in the day?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Every now and then when they still do a video game figure, that logo's still on the back of the package.
Oh, really?
That Player Select logo? Yeah.
But still, they must still have it on.
They still got it. So anyway, here's some of our friends and everything that's going to be there. Some folks, really great vendors, super stoked. Everybody from, again, Articulated Empire, Captain Jack. He always brings all those awesome Gundam models. Who else? Titan Game and Hobby, Toy Buzz and Fizz. I think I spelled Toy Buzz. Yeah, I spelled that wrong. Holy crap. Boy, am I dumb.
Does it say Toy Bus?
Yeah, Toy Bus. Bob can smack the shit out of me.
Faraday.
Lost and Found, Faraday, D's Toys, Toy Drop, the Collective Bros podcast. We got we got Card Dealer, Indie TCG and Collectibles, Hidden Level Toys and Games. We've got Western Ohio. Guys run the show out there. They're coming over. A bunch of cool stuff. Nice. Toy Horde, a lot of vintage. Krypton Comics. Then Creators List. These are a lot of artists that are going to be there. Epion 5, Dr. Doomtone, Poor Boy Steve, Plave Doctor, Matt with with Skillful Studios. Yeah, really cool. Monty, Jim Pinkstaff, Atomic Monster Art, Susan Shorter, Ron, Speckled Geeks. I got something to show you guys off the air that they did. It's pretty amazing. Cool. And then some of our special guests, Mayonnaise and Bread, back at a show, first time in a few years. Our friend Stuart Sager coming back. Armand is back. Marauders Inc. will be back. Dread Time Creations, Daryl Young, always a fan favorite. Of course, Marty, aka the God Beast, Andrew Heath, Brandon, Man of Monster Studios, Grindhouse Toys. They're debuting some of their new figures at the show.
Sweet.
So yeah, we pretty cool. Tim Barron is back, huge favorite, and Pete, Killer Bootlegs. Very stoked about this list. Pretty awesome. So I'm going to Indie Geek Meet. Are you? Feel free to use that. Anywhere you see it, just put it on everything. Who cares? Yeah. What else we got going on? Oh, yeah. This was an ITC production. But anyway, we'll go back to this.
But yeah, so do you guys want to hear my fun little misadventures the past 2 weeks? I know we talked about Royal Rumble and
all right, let's drop it. All right, what you got for us? Royal Rumble.
So I went out Friday morning, the day before the Rumble, because Indianapolis took over, like they completely handed over the entire city to the WWE airport, convention center, street signs, NBA, you name it. They took over everything. I went Friday morning I was going to go to the Royal Rumble store at the convention center. There ended up being a line down the street. That was the day that they also had the meet and greet stuff going on. That was going on Friday, Saturday, and I think possibly Sunday for a little bit, where the superstars were there. They had signings. We talked about the prices, some of that stuff. Rhea Ripley, Cody Rhodes, Punk, offhand between $145 to $190. All three of them sold out in minutes every single day. Oddly enough, and my one complaint, and don't get me wrong, I love pro wrestling and all that. These are three people that are contracted. These are three people that get merch checks. These are three people that get payouts for the pay-per-view, a sold-out pay-per-view of 70,000 plus people. And trust me, I saw every bit of it. It was busy. Not to mention their merch for that weekend, which was everywhere. I don't agree with the pricing on any of that at all. I feel like it should have been either dramatically less or free. It should have been You had to be first come, first serve and get a bracelet. And then once the bracelets were distributed, it was done. But I guess maybe the price point may curb people from reselling their autograph stuff, but people are.
But you could walk over to the store though that's in there and buy their stuff already signed.
Yeah. So I didn't go to the Royal Rumble store because, like I said, there was a line down the street, and convention center people were like, "Hey, if you're just here to buy merch, there's a secret. We moved everything also into the Colts Pro Shop in Lucas Oil Stadium." So I went over there, walked in. There was literally 10 people in there total. Grabbed this is CM Punk hat here.
That's cool.
Grabbed a Royal Indianapolis hoodie. That's some pretty cool exclusive clothes there. Basketball jersey. It looks like Pacers jersey, Colts jersey.
I've seen they integrated a lot of the colors and stuff.
The color schemes, the gold and blue, or the white and blue. They had a John Cena Indianapolis title belt. They had tons of title belts there that ranged between $300 and $750.
Yeah, I've seen that.
There's a CM Punk one there that was insane looking. That was $750. Toy wise, it was basically, hey, do you remember all the peg hangers that you see at Walmart of the elites? Well, they're here and they're in abundance.
Yeah.
Nothing special. I was a little bit pissed. I was hoping to catch a Monday Night War DDP, but to no avail. Fuck you, Walmart. The Funko Pop, same thing. Hey, here's the boxes of shit that we can't get moved out of Walmart or FYE. Then from there, I was going to go to the Marriott. They had WrestleCon going on. I was going to go over there.
It was free.
It was free. There's probably a reason for that. There was no legit, from what I could tell, I was doing some homework before I went, vendors. There wasn't like you weren't going to go in there and find toy collectors, toy shops. It was basically a giant meet and greet. So I'm assuming the superstars or legends that were there probably having to pay out a piece of their autograph signings to be there. And that's how they kept it funded. So it was like a giant swap meet of autographs.
Yeah, they actually had a bunch. I watched a couple of walkthrough videos that people did, and it looked kind of shitty.
Yeah,
it looked really bad. Very fly by night. They're going to every big event and setting up across the street.
Yeah,
and
the upside. I mean, the upside was you could take the Skywalk from the convention center over to the JW Marriott because there is a Skywalk. Yeah. But it was all legends. Trust me, I thought about. There was one in particular, I was meeting Jake the Snake, but and here's the thing: it was $145 CM Punk, it was $80 for Jake, it was $60 for Danhausen, it was $80 for Kurt Angle.
It seemed like the prices were inflated because a cut was coming off.
Yeah, but my whole thing is, do I give $80 to a legend that isn't on contract, that this is probably how he's surviving, or somebody who's making $8 million a year? It's the Chris Evans effect at C2E2. You're charging $500 for an autograph when you're worth $75 million, and you're going to keep working. You're still working.
It's tough, man.
It's a weird situation. So I opted not to go. I didn't see a point in walking. I parked for free because I used my company badge to park, and the free parking was between $50 and $60 to park everywhere. I parked and walked down. It was right off the corner of Delaware and South Street. So I walked straight shot down south, which turns into Capitol. We got up the next day for the Rumble. We got there early, 11 a.m. because I wanted to get food and stuff before all hell broke loose. So we got over, we were going to go to the Noodle. Noodle didn't open until noon. So we ended up going to Brothers. We sat there until about 2:30. And by the time it was dead, we walked in there like only 3 people. When we got up, the entire place was full, including the place next door. Then we walked over and it was cold and windy. And then every single gate, like we waited an hour and 10, I think, to even get into the stadium. We ended up going to the South Gate and going in because the sun was over there. If not, you're stuck in the shady spot of Capitol and freezing to death.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck this, we ain't doing that. So we went over to South Street and stood out in the parking lot there, and it was about an hour and 10 to get in. But they shot us. I'll give you this: Lucas Oil Stadium security is very quick. They shot us through security really fast. Once the line got going, it got going quick. We were gifted sweet seats So we stayed in the suite and hung out up there. The funnier side story to that is that we got put in with the owners of PopCon.
I heard.
Yeah, it was interesting. They were very nice. I was wearing my Geek Meat shirt, so things were kind of interesting.
Do they know who we are?
Oh no, my wife and my buddy that was with us, my buddy and them both nudged me and they're like, they are staring at you. And they were very aware of my existence in the room pretty quick. I had already, I'll be honest with you, before we went, brothers, I had several drinks. And I'm a night shift worker, so I was up early on days, so I had a vodka and Red Bull as well. So I felt happy when I got through security and was greeted with free alcohol in the suite. So I wasn't I wasn't sloppy, but I was happy to be there. So once they saw me, I was like, okay, I'll wait. My brother shows up with his car salesman mentality. And he immediately walks over. Yeah, he immediately walks over and talks to him. I go over and talk to him. I was, very polite. Talked to him for a bit. Actually, had discussions about their podcasting stuff that they do there, and the live show and the award show, and stuff like that. The guy I talked to is super nice. He's like, man, we'd be really great to have you guys there. If you're interested in doing it, sign up. If you're interested in doing the award stuff, we want to do something bigger with the podcast stuff, and really like to get a piece of different genres of podcast in there and involved. And it was a very positive interaction with them from my end of it. After that conversation, I kind of walked away and went back to drinking. And then we watched the show. Show was great. I've heard several people complain that, the crowd wasn't into it. You had to be there. It was 1,000 times louder. Keep in mind, you're in a stadium. Sound goes up. Sure. When Joe Hendry came out, the place exploded. Punk. I mean, I got videos. I can post them up later. But it was a good time. Yeah. A lot of people complained about the city as far as leaving. People were posting videos being stranded for ride shares. Here's the deal. It's not Indianapolis's fault if Uber doesn't have enough drivers or Lyft doesn't have enough drivers. Right. Cab services in general are dead in every state in the country because of rideshare. People are complaining about Capitol Avenue being closed. Well, Capitol Avenue is always closed for football games because of the amount of foot traffic. Nobody needs to get hit by a car.
Right.
That's just how it goes. Do your homework on traffic flows.
Hit and run issues as it is in the city.
Yeah, I mean, not around that same time you had the incident in New Orleans. It's good to have the streets locked down for good reason. People complained about that, but also, the Pacers game was going on the exact same damn time. Their game ended right before the men's rumble, and Tyler Halliburton hauled ass over there to be at ringside. Yeah, so it was like, and Devour Indy is going on that entire week. So Devour Indy was going on, Pacers game, Rumble, WrestleCon. This is how it's going to be for SummerSlam. This is how it's going to be for WrestleMania. This is it. People need to understand and be prepared. Indianapolis is a good central hub when it comes to doing these events. All the hotels are close by, not too far from the airport. They did all the right things. My buddy works as a supervisor at the airport and facility maintenance. He said that the amount of private jets that came in that week were obscene.
Oh, I'm sure.
It was ridiculous, the amount of private jets that were coming to and fro from all over the country for the Rumble. But yeah, it was a good time. And then literally the following week, I was on a plane to go into Universal Studios that's how I decided to cross the 40 bridge, was to turn 40 and do it at Universal Studios. And that was cool. For people that are fans of Harry Potter, man, that is the place to go to, period, point blank.
Yeah.
That is your Graceland. Otherwise, went down there, wanted to experience a few things. They'd had Mardi Gras down there, so we actually paid a VIP pass, rode on the parade floats that were designed by the people from Mardi Gras and threw beads out at people, minus the nudity. It was like being in New Orleans. I mean, it was like being in New Orleans minus getting mug and standing in people's urine.
I'm out.
Yeah, it takes the fun right out of it. Rode every ride.
I ain't being pissed on by a homeless person.
Yeah,
I ain't going.
Yeah. But other than that, it was pretty cool. I wanted to get some stuff in because the rumors of a lot of stuff changing within the next 2 years. The contract lets out for the Simpsons. Simpsons is probably gonna get pulled out of there. The rumor is that's going to turn to a Pikachu area.
Sure.
So they have Moe's Tavern. I have to go and sit in Moe's Tavern and drink beer, drink Duff, and do that. We didn't buy the giant donut because it was too damn hot. We did that, and then it's mostly just Isles of Adventure. Like that Jurassic Park section is always great. The Marvel section is still there. I think it'll be there hopefully for a little bit longer. It's not movie based. What's really weird about this? Universal has a deal with Marvel since they were the first one to the dance. That's why they have the Marvel Superhero Island. It is all Jim Lee style, 90s era Marvel comics. All the art style of everything, the superheroes there, everything's 90s style. That's Marvel. Cool. The art style, which is great. If you like the 90s era Marvel, it's everywhere. But I went into the store, and here's what's weird. The rules are they can't have anything Marvel, or nobody can have Marvel license east of the Mississippi. That's the rule in writing. That's why Disney World can't have Marvel stuff. Except for Guardians of the Galaxy. That's the contract that was signed in 99 when they did the Marvel Superhero Island. In the event that something were to happen, let's say Marvel sells to Disney. Disney can't set up shop at Disney World with Marvel stuff because the contract was signed stating that nothing east of the Mississippi. That's why all the Marvel stuff, like Avengers Campus, is in California at Disneyland. That's west of the Mississippi. Fine line between that, though, is that they signed that contract in 99. Guardians of the Galaxy didn't come to pass until the mid 2000s, so they split hairs so that actually Guardians is allowed to be at Epcot. Characters weren't created then; they were created later, so they can have Guardians of the Galaxy there.
Yeah. That's.
But the weird part about this is that when you go into the Marvel merch stores now, you can actually buy comic books in there. They had a full blown comic shop in there. You can buy trades, you can buy singles, action figures. You name it, they got it. But they were carrying MCU. They're carrying the new movie stuff in there, which I thought was really weird. Like, you're carrying MCU stuff in here, merch. It belongs to Disney. But I guess on the other end of it, they had a whole merch area full of Simpsons stuff, which again is owned by Disney. Right. So it was really weird of like, maybe they have a deal worked out. It's like, we'll sell the merch and stuff. We'll split the profits, I guess. I have no damn idea. I mean, they have split profits with Warner Brothers for all the Harry Potter stuff, but it was pretty cool. For people that are into that type of thing, that's the thing they're into. I mean, but Universal in general, it's very much not little kid. It's the 18 to 24 crowd. That is where you go if you don't want to do the itty bitty stuff. And that's, it was cool though. And it wasn't, it was 80 degrees, 85, highest it was 89, I think, on Thursday. That was the day it was hotter than shit. And the humidity is through the roof. We got halfway through the day and Dawn's like, fuck this. And we ended up going back to the hotel. Yeah, that was actually on my birthday. Like, it was like 89 degrees and humid as balls. It sprinkled for like 20 minutes. It's like a fuck you, like, ha ha. Yeah. And we went into a couple places. Yeah, just went and hung out and drank for a while and went back to the hotel, and we got up early. And then when we got up early the next day, it was Friday morning, we were leaving. We went back to the park. Every ride was about 35, 45 minutes for exception of a couple. Friday, everything was an hour and a half, 2 hours. Yeah, everybody flew in on Friday. Yeah. And then like a month of February is a busy time for marching bands, choirs, cheerleading competitions. So it was like all these school groups were barreling down. And it was kind of cool though, because when we came in on the water taxi to the park every day, there's a stage, a City Walk, and almost every day there was a high school like concert band out there performing on the stage. That was kind of cool. That's fun. Yeah, so it's like that's kind of neat. But for people that are in that type of stuff, we saw some of the stuff for Epic Universe. Billy's not a theme park person, but that whole thing that I saw, and I got a couple up close looks at it from the buses of Dark Universe.
Oh yeah,
son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's got my attention like you wouldn't believe. Man.
And then the Super Nintendo area looks fantastic with the Donkey Kong Land. The rumor that they're gonna take out Lost Continent, which is sitting pretty much empty other than a restaurant at Islands of Adventure, and potentially the rumor is converting it to Zelda, so it may get converted to Hyrule. There's a big rumor about that going on, that Lost Continent of Islands of Adventure may get converted to Hyrule. I said that's licensed to print money. Other than my only thing is I was telling the bartender was kind of give us the inside line on this stuff. I'm like, honestly, I wish they would have waited to do the Kong Skull Island ride that was there and put it in Lost Continent and then gotten a deal with Toho and done Kong Godzilla in that whole area. I mean, Toho's very tight gripped with their shit, but
you would think.
Yeah, been pretty badass. But no, it was a good time. Anybody goes out there, I'd say go February. The bartender also said the employees call it No Pay May, so that's code for probably go first week or two of May before Memorial Day, and it's probably pretty dead. You probably go over there and do everything you want to do without being in the lines down the street. And it's not unbearably hot, and you get knock a lot of shit out. It'd probably be we're gonna go back at some point in October for Halloween Horror Nights. That's been on my hit list for some time because it's not little kid haunted houses. It's fucking Exorcist, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Evil Dead.
Aren't they doing like the Terrifier this year?
I haven't heard anything yet. They normally start making announcements in July or August. I would not be. I mean, shit, man. If they were to go for Damien Leone and do a deal with Art the Clown, oh dear God, that would be ridiculous. They already got the thing in Vegas now that opens in August, which is year round, which will have Texas Chainsaw and Exorcist and a couple of things. There's gonna be a restaurant, which I'm hoping they theme it with Texas Chainsaw as a barbecue joint.
That would be badass. I would be down for that.
Yeah. Well, I want to go to Bastrop, Texas. That's where the gas station is from the original movie. That actually is a barbecue joint with an Airbnb behind it.
Yeah, it is.
So I want to go to Bastrop, Texas and go see that. And right down the street's the bridge that they ride on in Texas Chainsaw 2 with Nubbins.
I like it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, if they do Terrifier this year, the amount of people that are into that series of films, it would be ridiculous.
Yeah. It just lends itself to.
Oh, hell yeah. I mean,
like I said, as much as I don't care for that movie, and we both don't give a shit about those movies, the clown's visually very stunning.
He's the reason why it's a thing.
Yeah. He sells merchandise. It ain't the movie; it's the visual.
Yeah, and the actor that plays him, the guy's great. I mean, it's one of those things like this. This I hope is a springboard for something bigger for him. And I honestly hope that they possibly look at him someday as saying, "Hey, why don't we have you work with Robert Englund and look at what we can do to further Freddy Krueger without Robert behind the wheel anymore?"
Sure.
And they could really. They could do something with it. I think they really could. I think he has something special about him to be able to get a reaction without ever speaking. I mean,
it's a hard thing to do, and he does it very well. It's that he's a mime in a way.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
He's yeah. So, but yeah, other than that, that's been my past couple of weeks. It's been Royal Rumble, a week off, and then straight to Florida for a week, and then back here, and now get ready for Geek Meet, and then and then keep going.
Geek Meet's gonna be fun, guys. If you're out there and you're listening, or give two shits, or whatever, it's gonna be a fun one.
Yeah, I have one thing I was gonna ask Billy. I don't know if you watched it or not, because I just want to see his blood boil. Did you watch the SNL tribute concert?
Did not. Should I?
I haven't watched it yet.
You should watch it.
Why?
Well, between the really crappy covers from Donut Swiss Cake Jelly Taco Roll and his Zet-bound alternate universe version Post Malone.
I don't mind Post. He has a killer Oreo.
Well, wait till you see him perform in Nirvana.
No, okay. So
I heard about that.
All right, here's the deal. During COVID, him and Travis Barker and another gentleman got together and did a bunch of Nirvana covers for charity.
Yeah.
Those were fantastic. I have no issues with those. I'm a huge Nirvana fan. Oh boy.
They did Smells Like Teen Spirit, and it was
that's the one you just like. That's the easy one.
Yeah. I would have rather had them bring Weird Al out and they just did Smells Like Nirvana with the members of Nirvana.
And you know what? You probably could have got it pretty cheap because Dave Grohl needs to probably pay that divorce lawyer off.
No, he's got that baby daddy money. He's got
baby daddy money.
Yeah.
No,
but yeah, I watched the tribute concert thing was pretty good. Honestly, the one person that was amazing was Cher.
I could see that.
Yeah. Oh, and the Fugees are on there.
Really? Lauryn Hill got back with them, huh?
Wyclef and Lauryn Hill were together, and they did
no shit
performance. Yep, and that stole the show.
Oh, I'm sure. I did see a clip though of Eddie Murphy playing Tracy Morgan standing next to Tracy Morgan. Holy shit!
Yeah,
if you'd have broken the Brian Fellows, I'd have shit my pants. Threw it at the TV.
That one and the Fire doing Not Like Us.
Yeah. Oh, yep. That was great too. Yeah.
Look, that was an excellent halftime show.
So we got to the hotel, and the hotel we stayed at had a rooftop bar and restaurant. So we got there and immediately. It was like, we'll just go up there, which was for the best. We found out City Walk, every place was private event. There was no place for people to go to unless you're part of a private event. So we ended up just lucking out and being up there. Okay. There wasn't any audio. There was just the screens. And then there was music playing in the bar, so I couldn't hear what was going on. I could just see it, and I'm like, Don's like, "Do you know who these are?" I'm like, "I don't know who that is." I saw Serena Kripp walking, but other than that, I was like, I don't know what's going on. And then I saw I'm like, "Oh, look, there's Sam Jackson's Uncle Sam." That should offend somebody.
Oh, and yeah, that's what they went for.
Yeah. That one I giggled at, like somewhere Spike Lee's laughing on the floor.
Oh, somewhere. It was interesting for sure. I had no
the best part was you could hear the struggle within Sam Jackson to not cuss at any point.
I know. He was so close.
The next day was interesting for me though, because we were in Universal.
Oh boy.
And Jalen Hurts went to Disney World.
Nice.
The next day. So like we were walking around City Walk at one point, one whole section of City Walk by the Bob Marley restaurant, and like a set of stairs with a stage was completely sealed off. And we went up the stairs to look at something. They're like, hey, this whole area is closed off for a private event. And we came back down around, saw the stage, and I saw the worker. I was like, oh, they gotta have a concert or something. And all that. She's like, no, this is a private event. And I'm like, right on. I didn't know if they're gonna, and they weren't letting out. And I thought about it later, I'm like, fuck, it's probably the Eagles are probably coming over here to party. That the Philadelphia Eagles probably came over and took over that whole area, and they were throwing a party over there too. Because City Walk isn't like Disney; it runs till 1 or 2 in the morning, and there's tons of bars and nightclubs over there. I think they probably went over there to go party. But yeah, it was pretty funny. I was sitting there watching. I'm like, I have no idea who the hell these people are. And then finally someone's like, oh, it's Kendrick Lamar. I'm like, okay, I know the name. I just didn't put the name with the face. Like I know of the person.
Again,
so
I think in my personal opinion, people can disagree all they want. I look at it as I think the NFL vastly does not understand their demographic. I think they need to bring in like a Foo Fighter or
a consultant.
Well, that too, but you know what I'm saying. Someone, the mid-tier rock band would not the Foo Fighters mid-tier, but I'm just saying like that type of stuff would be more.
Well, that's what they went through spells of this, and I think you're gonna probably see it again after this show. Unfortunately, where they'll get edgy and then they'll overstep the line and then they'll walk it back with like 4 or 5 years of classic rock bands. If you don't believe me, look at the history, go back to the Janet Jackson Nip Slip. The next 4 or 5 of them consecutively was Tom Petty. It was Red Hot Chili Peppers. It was Prince. It was a bunch of
was
classic.
Probably the best show ever.
Yeah. Tom Petty and Heartbreakers was really good too, but it was a bunch of classic rock stuff. It was safe for 4 or 5 years because the FCC was after their ass. And then they went back and pushed the edge with The Weeknd. And then the following year was Dre, Snoop, Eminem, and 50 Cent.
which was probably my second.
Yeah, me too. But that was them pushing the limit again, and then Kendrick Lamar is probably where now people are saying over the limit. And I guarantee you, next year it's going to be something. The rumor is it's supposed to be in San Francisco for the Super Bowl next year at Levi Stadium. Everybody's pushing for Metallica. Metallica's been on the hit list for the past 20, 30 years. It's never happened.
It's long overdue.
Yeah. They did the night before event in Minnesota one year. But I don't see it happening.
You don't?
I don't. For somebody that's a diehard fan since forever, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I got a feeling this is going to be a country show next year. If I'm to hedge my bet, next year you're going to see Kane Brown and Donut Swiss Cake Diabetes Roll. You're going to see a bunch of them. If I'm going to hedge my bet, that's what it's going to be. It'll be all this.
I think you're right.
Yep, it will be the Keith Urbans off the meth and the I don't see him bringing Beyonce back to do country. People already got butthurt about that. It is. Side note, everybody, country music hasn't been country music for 40 years.
No shit.
If you don't believe me, I guess you guys must be Florida Georgia Line fans. Jesus, you guys! I heard somebody get all mad about that. I'm like, really? Like that Beyonce album is more country than the past probably 100 country albums in the past 25 years.
Well, the thing is like the real country music art and like real country music artists don't even fucking get awarded on that show. Casey Musgraves on there.
Unless you're Chris Stapleton or Brandy Carlisle or Tyler Childers.
Yeah, I mean, what's her name? I just said her name. Damn. Anyway, that girl, she's on there for so many years, and she don't get shit. Casey Musgraves, amazing. Anyway, whatever. She falls in that same category, but fuck. Yeah. Anyway, all right, guys, no more bitching. Sorry, this is Billy and Eric's cultural awareness hour. I hope y'all motherfuckers took notes. Goddamn fucking into the goddamn world. I'm just sitting over here just like I just want to play with Garbage Pail Kids. Fuck you. Very frustrating. Anyway, Geek Meat coming. Come see us. We'll be there. We're going to do the podcast with the folks over at the other show, and we're going to do some shit, and we're probably going to get in hell. I don't know. We're going to fuck some shit up. We're going to fist fight.
Shake and bake.
We're going to fist fight strangers. Going to be some day drinking. Making some Pruno the night before. We're going to get down. I don't know. I need to unplug for about a week. All next week, I just need to fucking just pull the plug and just be away from everybody. After the shit yesterday and then today and everything, yeah. Oh, Eric, here, I found this Garbage Pail Kid. I figured you'd appreciate it.
What is that?
Book of the
What
Dead.
Is that?
Book of the Dead.
Oh, that's cool.
It's an Necronomicon. There was a whole wave.
Cool.
There was a whole wave of horror. And some of these horror ones are fucking amazing.
Nice.
Is this the horror ones? Oh, it is.
Yeah, if everybody plays their cards right next week, that you might hear me go on some more rants of things that I've seen lately. It's kind of bugged me.
This whole series was nothing but like.
Oh, I love that
stuff like this. The whole thing. Dead. Dead or Alive.
That's where they live.
They live. Yeah, they live. There's one here that's really great. There's more than that, but there's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
There's
stay away from those.
Oh no, please do. Trust me.
Oh yes.
Yeah. There's some good ones in here.
I just want those like posters. That's. Oh, the Amityville.
Amityville.
That's cool. That's awesome.
But yeah, there's some good ones. There's oh god, there's some famous people in here that they really leaned in on. Fangoria. Oh shit, there's a couple that when you see you'll dig. Conflicting Carpenter.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah,
that's neat.
They do some great ones, man. Where's some of the ones? Gorge and George, George Romero.
They should do a Twilight Zone with a helicopter and Vic Morrow.
Suspenseful Stephen.
That's
Stephen
cool.
King. Yeah. Oh,
people that hear this are like, he's horrible. Yes. Do your homework, kids.
Yeah. Guillermo del Toro.
That's neat.
Yeah, I've got one of those that are numbered to 50. Oh shit. Yeah. This is one you'll probably dig more than any of them.
Oh, it's a Wes Craven one.
Yeah.
That's neat.
They did a bunch of them, man. Yeah. Dario Argento.
That's cool.
Yeah, and they did
like Clive Barker with like a ball gag and a bunch of leather.
Transforming. Oh no. This is probably my favorite one they did.
Oh, that's neat too.
Sam Raimi.
Yeah. Is it Army of Darkness? Yeah.
Yep. There's so many of these. Like there's even like Cujo. But anyway, y'all have to bring these and show them to you. There's some great ones in here. There's even a Rawhead Rex one.
That's very weird. That's very specific.
Yeah. It did Rawhead Rex.
Parker's things to do. You did.
This was
honestly, that's probably the safest thing to do.
Literally, you could buy these.
I wasn't joking about the strap on and like leathers and ball gag with Clive Barker. That was just a more accurate read his books.
This is probably the most desirable card out of the set.
Oh, it's like the serial killers.
But it's called Body Count.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's all the big guys. So, but yeah, they did all kinds of these. They did a lot of cool pieces and stuff, and a lot of fun, like Annabelle, Babadook. You name it. Like even like Spalding.
Oh, nice.
And you could have got these at Walmart. Yeah,
that's always been my thing. That's another. Let's let Eric go off on a tangent about.
There you go.
Ooh, Chop Top.
Yeah, Chop Top. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, they were some cool ones.
Some love from the guys from Faraday. They hooked me up with something.
What's that? Oh, Chop Top. Yep.
Very cool. We got the Chop Top and the Nubbins. He's
very
next
cool.
To Danhausen.
There you go. Yeah, this is my personal little private box of like all the hard to find ones. Like I've got ones of Invincible. They even did an Invincible Garbage Pail Kid. Yeah. So Invincible, Hulk, yeah, you name it. That's a lot of fun. But anyway, I dig them. But I've always liked Garbage Pail Kids. So what do I know? Classic movies. But anything you guys, before we hop off here, anything you guys looking forward to? Looking forward to trying to find?
Well, I mean, stuff trying to find. I mean, I'll do my 10-second rant. I pre-ordered the 2-pack of the Return of the Living Dead, and the Evil Dead 2-packs through Best Buy, and then I got an email on Monday saying due to delays they canceled them.
Oh,
so now I have to figure out where to track those sons of bitches down.
I got mine through the other place. Anyway, yeah.
I don't know when they're supposed to drop. I don't know what happened.
I don't either.
I don't know if it's they shipping issues, but that'll be a couple of things I'm after. Really, everything else I've been hitting pretty well lately on stuff.
Yeah. I've just got I got some Legions. There's
a couple things Faraday vintage wise. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Told the boys from Faraday to bring a couple things I saw vintage wise if it's still there. But
there you are. All right. Well, Joe, we're probably going to be looking for the same stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. I just had my pile of loot from Big Bad shipped. Got a few figures in there, so
that's what
I'll probably do a little video or something of that here in the next day or two.
Awesome.
That's what I'm patiently awaiting, trying to pre-order. I'm going to get that 89 Batman McFarlane and possibly the Batman Begins one.
Yep. So everybody, I will see you at Geek Meet. Please feel free to stop me and say hi to me if you are one of our listeners or stalkers or whatever. So you have a few days to send me hateful mail. Feel free.
I prefer my hate to be in person, so
Yeah, well, I prefer mine in person too. But
come on over.
but I inspire cowardly and superstitious lot. So it is what it is. All right, guys, we'll wrap it up. You guys, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. See ya. We're going to be doing it live on stage with more people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, buddy. Pile in. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. This has been an ITC production. I had to. Sorry. I'm trying to class this place up. So yeah. So anyway, we'll see you guys soon. And all right, come watch us live. Watch me do it on a stage in front of people. That's what we do. That's what we do. All right, this is bye from Billy, Joe, and Eric. See you guys. Bye.